every pretense, drown every sense you own.
Hey comic book community, Longbox Love Affair here, Portland, Oregon edition. So I'm in my last night in Portland. It's 3 hours ahead of what I'm normally used to. So I was here for a work conference and been bouncing around. Haven't gotten out of the hotel too much, but of course I gotta scope out the local comic book stores. So I dragged my boss with me to two of them and had some minimal success. And then the next day I went to two more that were in somewhat of the same proximity. So a lot of books to see. I did not buy a lot, so I have a small haul for you today. But I'm excited about what I found. Some different things that I would not have found elsewhere. So the first day, I went to one shop, and pretty cool looking shop, a storefront, and they had various independent graphic novels and independent indie press, some really independent stuff, things that are made off of cardboard. Or like the card stock, like you would see at like someone that just made it in their back storeroom, not fully published. But then they did have some wall books, mostly current stuff, no back issues, didn't buy anything. The next store was underground, huge allotment of everything. They had a little bit of new stuff, but mostly randomized boxes filed everywhere, which way, magazines, graphic novels, random sets. There was no organization. But I did buy three things. So the first thing I bought was the Spawn. Let me get the correct picture of it. Spawn 183. I'm actually relying on the light of the TV behind the camera because it's a dim room. So I don't have this one, so excited about that. And they had one other Spawn that I didn't have, Spawn 166. So I have this issue, but I have the variant cover that I bought at Baltimore for pretty cheap. So both of these Spawns were just over $3. So just a cool issue to have. And I also found the last issue of the Venom Tsunami run, Venom number 18. So I'm always up for those hard to find last issues. Things, the galare's awful, I apologize guys. Maybe I just gotta scroll it up so you get the full thing. So found those three, spent about $10. There's no sales tax here either, so that's kind of cool. So yesterday, so a day later, there were two comic shops I had to take an Uber to, so I still paid the Uber fee, but found a couple of good deals that I was looking for. So in one shop, if anyone follows me on Instagram, you saw on the rack, Realm number 1, near mint condition, Tony Moore cover that I've been looking for. Haven't loved the story in the first issue. I'll give it a second try, but this issue is something my store never got. Surprise, surprise, they don't have the variants. So they had this here, and I wasn't willing to pay for it on eBay. I didn't love the story, but we'll give it a shot. It had its day. Hopefully it sustains it. So I just bought that. They had some of the San Diego Comic-Con, or I'm sorry, the New York Comic-Con Dark Knight character variant covers. So the Flash, Batman Green Lantern, and Batman, what was the other one? Cyborg, maybe? And they wanted them as a set. So full disclosure, I had purchased on eBay Batman Flash, the Red Death number 1 for the Dark Knights Metal series, and the seller just told me the night before that they had to cancel my order because he didn't get enough, and I was the last to order apparently. So I call BS on that, but in the end I don't have a Red Death one. So We'll see. I'm still searching on eBay, but I wasn't willing to pay $90 for all three. I just want the one. The Red Deaths, it seems like a cool cover to invest in. Cool cover, cool art. I'm not really buying it to flip it. I'm just buying it to have, and the cover is pretty cool. So I don't get it right now, but I might get it soon. So I walked so there's lots of neighborhoods in Portland that divide the little sections of stores, so it's really not the most walkable city, except if you're in the downtown area. But I did walk the 0.7 miles from one comic store to another. I didn't want to Uber it anymore, and they had a lot of back issues. And so I went through my list. I didn't get through all of them because I was pressed for time. I was going to go see a show that night, and I did make it. But I did find a couple gems that I was excited about. And I've been looking for these Jim Lee variant covers. Legion of Superheroes #3, Jim Lee variant. I paid just under $5 for this. I've not seen this in the wild for less than 15, so excited for that. And then they had #5. So I'm looking for all 6, so I still need 1, 2, and 4, and 6. So I need 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. So yeah. So sorry, the quality of this video might not be as good because I'm shooting from a remote location. So I got both of those Legion books for under $10 total for both. And then what I was really looking for is this last book. And I've been seeing things on Instagram and Facebook and all the feeds about this variant cover that came out this week. Boom. Deadpool, Despicable Deadpool, Clayton Crane cover, $20. Can't beat it. I love Clayton Crane's work. It's really grown since his work on like Spider-Man, which looked a little distorted. But excited to have this cover because it's a pretty sweet cover. I don't, on principle, collect Deadpool just because I haven't really enjoyed the stories. I know he's hilarious or whatever, but I just never got into it. I'll get into it if there's a cool artist or something that piques my interest. So that's that. That's my haul for Portland. Not as grandiose as my Chattanooga haul, but still exciting to scope out the comic book stores that they have. There's a couple of used bookstores here. They did not have comic books, at least the one that I checked out, which was the largest independent bookstore in the country, apparently. But that's that. So yeah, and then just other worthwhile noting, I got a couple books at the library that I've been reading on the plane, so if anyone is reading Black Science, I recommend it. The whole trade I read in one sitting on the plane, and that was pretty sweet. And then my reading for tomorrow on the plane is Low, another Image comic book. I don't know much about it, but both of these are my book club selections for my comic book club that I'm part of in Washington, D.C. So it's a small group of us that get together, read graphic novels every month or so. And these weren't my picks, but they were a friend of mine's in the group, so I'm checking them out. So they should be good stories, at least Black Science was, and I'll check out Low and see if it is too. The art looks pretty sweet, especially the covers. So that's my haul. Went a little bit longer than I expected. I have a bunch of more videos that I have queued up, but I just haven't been able to post them for a variety of reasons. So stay tuned. But I wanted to get this Portland haul out there and ready. So hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment. Love to hear from all of you boys and girls out there, and we'll go from there. All right, have a good one, and talk to you soon.
Girl,